Everyone in. I'll go ahead and get started. Thank you all for joining us for this Zoom meeting on our Collective Treasures cruise with Go Next in Oceania. So just before we get started, I'm going to kind of talk about little housekeeping rules. If you could please stay muted. Sounds pick up very easily on these computers, and so we want to make sure that everyone can hear well. Also, too, if you have any questions, feel free. You can put them in the chat, or you can wait until after the presentation and we can have a Q&A session so you can ask at that time. But if you want to go ahead and put them in the chat, that's fine as well. Also, Bright Crowd, I think many of you have signed up for our Bright Crowd online directory. If you haven't, it's a great way for you to get to know some of your fellow travelers before you meet on the cruise. If you haven't signed up and you still want to, please send me an email and I'll send you an invitation so that you can write your own biography. Okay, and also too, at the end, after the presentation in the Q&A, what I typically do is go around the room and have everyone introduce themselves, say what your kind of your connection with Michigan State and maybe your graduation year, and then what you're looking forward to. So, okay, next I want to introduce Tanya Frisbee. She is works for University Advancement here at Michigan State University, and she will be joining you as your host for this cruise. She's very excited to be joining you. Tanya, would you like to say a few words?
Absolutely. So yes, travel is probably my biggest passion. So I'm really excited for the opportunity to go on this adventure with all of you. I've been with the Michigan State University for about 10 years, most of it with the Honors College, and just recently transitioned to a role with the College of Education, which I've noticed several of you are graduates of. So look forward to having some discussions and just a good time on this trip with all of you.
Thank you, Tanya. Next, I want to introduce Emily Dean. She is a client service manager for Go Next. I've worked with Emily for many years now. She's a wonderful asset for me and some of my fellow colleagues at other universities. And also joining us is Jess, and she also works at Go Next, and she will be available to answer some questions. She deals a lot with the air portion of your trip. So if you have any questions regarding that, she may be able to answer those for you. So take it away, Emily.
Thank you, Regina, and welcome everybody. Like Regina said, Jess is on the call. The main thing for her, she does do all of our flights, our documents and such, but the big thing for her to be on is visa questions. If anybody has any visa questions, she can help you with these. I don't work with them that much, so I always ask her to join the call to help me with these. So do you have your visas? Do you have questions? Do you need help with anything? If so, you can unmute yourself and ask Jess.
Yes, I tried to call that number and somehow they can't hear me and they hang up on me. And I don't know what the website is because I think I could fill it all out myself if I could get a direct website to do that, because I've got the other declaration done as far as I can take it. But and I have the Australia visa.
Okay, so you need the New Zealand visa still to go through Visa Central?
Right.
Okay, I will note your name and I will look at your reservation and forward you an email, and then I'll have a link for you to process that application.
Because I pulled up the one link, but it doesn't say New Zealand visa, click here,
So when you click on the link that Oceania provides, it's going to go to Visa Central. You'll have to scroll down and select a collector's treasure as you're sailing. Okay. And then from there, it'll go forward into the application. So it's specific to your sailing.
Okay.
But I can resend it still.
All right. All right. I'll try that.
Okay, perfect. Jess will be on for a little bit just in case anybody else thinks of something or if you have any air-related questions, but I'm just going to start a little bit. what, to expect at the beginning, the middle, and the end of your cruise. By now, you guys should have received final documents from Oceania. Actually, they came via Go Next. They would have been sent out on February 23rd. They would have said final cruise summary with your name on it. If anybody did not get these, let us know and we can forward them to you. In the final document summary, there's a few items in there. One will be your Oceania cruise vacation information. It has the port address in case you guys are coming in on your own and need to find transfers. It has your amenities. It has your dining. It has the ports of call. It has your shore excursions if you have them booked. So there's a lot of information on there. You can take a screenshot of it. You can print it, bring it with, whatever you would like. Another thing that you guys will receive is a general information page. It goes into more details about transfers, which I will talk about. There's some travel tips in there, and it also will introduce you to your program managers. For this sailing, it's Megan Wood and Sherry Coyle. Both great. They've been around with Go Next forever. Megan's our superstar, so she will probably know your name by day 2, maybe day 1. She's really good. I don't know how she does it. But the most important piece on this general information page is the very first page. It's our emergency contact number. If you guys are delayed, if your flight changes, it is the 612-802-5560. This phone number is a cell phone number, so if somebody doesn't answer it, feel free to leave them a message and they'll call you back. Otherwise, if you're in line with Delta and you've already taken care of whatever has any interruptions that you've had, just go ahead and send them a text. Just say, my new flight number is Delta 125. I'm now arriving at this time. We need this information so our ground suppliers can pick you up. So if you're on our pre-cruise, I noticed there's quite a few of on our pre-cruise. Either we have the 4-night or the 1-night. So we just need that information so we know where to pick you up. Or if you're coming in the day of embarkation and Oceania is transferring you, they'll also need to know that information. Another item that would be attached on your final documents is pre-cruise information or post-cruise information. So if you've signed up for one of those items, you should also receive attachments for that. It gives you a little more details of what you guys will be doing each day. When you get to the hotel, the program managers, there'll be one at each program. So they'll be at the front. We have a desk, so feel free to go up and talk to them, get checked in at the hotel. And then they'll also have a whiteboard that will break down that very first day. So the first day when you come, it's more than likely a day just to relax and go get dinner on your own. And then they'll have the morning routine, like get up for breakfast, and you have this window of time to have breakfast, and then you guys will start your tours. But they will be there to answer any questions. We also have ground operators there at the desk. So if you guys are wanting to do something exploring on your own, there'll be city guides there to help you decide what you want to do. Packing. People ask me about packing, what to pack. I did look up the weather before you guys go. It's still another 10 days, so it could change, but it's around mid 60s to mid 70s, depending on where you guys are out throughout your cruise. So I always suggest, packing a little something light for in the morning. It could be cool to start out the day. Another thing for packing, if you are bringing 2 suitcases, I suggest usually putting a little of mine in one and then maybe a little of your companions in the other. This way, if one of your luggage does get delayed for some reason, you'll have something in the other suitcase. And if you are such a great packer and you only have one suitcase, yay! I'd put something in your carry-on. Maybe just an extra outfit or an extra pair of shoes, a bathing suit, just something that is harder to come by. So I always maybe just put something for like a dinner reservation at night, a cotton black dress and an extra pair of walking shoes. Prescription medication, if you guys have prescription medication, they do request that they're in the original pill bottles. If you, some people ask, well, I have a lot and I don't want to bring all those bottles. It's just something they ask us to tell you. I don't know of anybody that's ever been stopped, but I would keep them in your carry-on with you because if it's something that you need, you at least have it with you. And I always suggest that you just ask your doctor or even yourself, just write down the list of prescriptions, what the name is, and then the milligram that you take. So if you need to go to the pharmacy when you're there, you have that information. Another thing to do before you leave is check with your cell phone company to see if you guys have an international calling plan. You might think you don't need it. But I always suggest just to add it for the trip. It's usually about $10 a day. It's even as like if you're changing planes in an international airport and you need to call us, well, you won't be able to call us if you don't have an international plan. So it's just safe to have it on your plan. You can always just cancel it, the day you get back, or sometimes you can just say, I'm coming back on this day, and then they stop it. Also advise your credit card and your bank if you're going to be that you're going to be out of the country. Let them know what countries you're going to and your dates of travel so they don't try to stop a credit card charge so they know where you're at. So now, after landing at your destination, everybody's going to do the same thing. You're going to go through passport control, collect your luggage, and go through customs. And depending on what you guys are doing, for our Go Next pre-cruise, you're going to go ahead and exit the baggage area and look for our Go Next staff. They will have, now it's not going to be Megan or Cheryl, so if you're looking for their picture on this information, it will not be them. We have city people picking you up. They'll hold a Go Next sign. They're usually fluorescent in color, so pink or orange, yellow. So just look for them. And if you're coming in on embarkation day and going with Oceana to the cruise ship, you're going to look for an Oceana person. They'll be holding a white sign and it has a big blue O on it. Oceana's transfers are large motor coaches and they're like hotel shuttles. So they come about every 15 minutes in the interval. So if you don't see it right away, don't panic. But if you think you've waited too long, you can call the emergency number and just say, "Hey, I'm here," and then they can dispatch and just see what's going on. Or if your flight's changed and we didn't know, then now we know that you're there. Or if you guys are coming in on your own, I do see some of you guys booked your own airfare. If you guys need to get an Uber, Ubers are available in Australia when you land. Taxis also. Usually they're in a separate area. So just usually it'll say ground transportation, taxis, Ubers this way. So just go ahead and watch for that sign. And then you guys will make your way over to the pier. You'll check in with Oceana. You guys have probably already received the online check-in by now. Yep, okay. Yeah, so you online check-in. So the online check-in just will speed up this process. So if you didn't get your photo uploaded or you didn't want to put your credit card on there, don't worry about it. They can do it at the pier. It just speeds it up. There's another thing on there that asks you what time you're arriving. This is just for a general idea. So if they only gave you one time slot to pick, just pick that time slot. Pre-cruise people typically arrive anywhere between 1 to 3. It just depends on what you guys are doing and the traffic to get there. And then if you guys look at your final documents, it will tell you what time you guys are allowed to check in based on your room category. So embarkation time, it'll be on your final documents. If you have any questions too, we can look it up. You can give us a call. So now once you've got here and you've checked in, you're going to give them your luggage, anything that you want to keep with you. Your cabins might not quite be ready. So if you have certain medication you need to take, or if you're there really early, you want a book to read, feel free to roam about the ship and check everything out. The Terrace Cafe will be open for lunch. So you guys can do that until your room is ready. Also, when you check in, they're going to issue you a world card. This world card, it gets you on and off the ship. It is your room key, and it's how you make charges on board. So if you're going to go to the spa, or if you order a drink, or anything that you're using for money, you will use that. If you need to take out money to go to the casino, you use that, and then they give you cash. Oceania is cashless, so this will be your card. Currency for over there is the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar. It really depends. People ask me about converting their money. 96, 7, there's a large percent. Everybody almost takes credit cards these days. There might be a few small areas that you guys are going to that does not accept credit cards, like if it's a street vendor or a food truck or something like that, they might only take cash. So if you need to take it out beforehand, if you want to, you can check with your bank to see if you can do that. Oceana also can do exchange on board. They do charge a fee. Or when you guys get off the ship, go to a bank and just put in your debit card number. Or I'm sorry, your card. Just make sure you know your PIN number, whatever you're using, your credit card or your debit card, and then it'll give you the local currency. So I don't ever take out money very often. I shouldn't say ever, but I don't do it very often. But if you want to, those are your options. Once your rooms are ready, they will announce your cabins. Deck 7, everybody can go to their room. Once you get into your room, if you don't see your luggage, don't panic. They have a lot of luggage to bring up. So depending on what time you guys get in your room, your luggage might not be there. But if you brought your luggage to the check-in, your luggage will get to your room before you guys take off and set sail. If you guys are on the pre-cruise, which I said a lot of you guys are, you guys will get your name badges there. And if you're not on the pre-cruise, you guys can stop by once you get on board and say hi to the program managers. They will have your name badges. Or if you're just too tired and you just want to relax, they'll bring them to the Go Next reception. That's the first night. Inside of your cabins for electricity, they have two 110 volts, two 220s, and a USB-C. If you're just going on the cruise, you will not need a converter. If you're going on a pre or a post or extending it all on your own, you're going to want to get an adapter. You can get a universal adapter on Amazon for about $20. So definitely go ahead and grab one of those. Or even like if you have a connection again in an international city, then you would have that to use there to charge your phone if you needed to. In the cabins, there are hair dryers, robes, slippers, a large umbrella, and a water bottle. And they have filling stations on the ship. So if anybody's been on a cruise before, usually when you're getting off the cruise for the shore excursions, they give you plastic water bottles, just, disposable water bottles. They no longer do that anymore, so they do provide a water bottle for you to fill up before you get off the ship. In your room, also, TV. It's got a lot of information on it. It'll have your invoice on there. It has the daily activities, the menu. If there's a lecture on board, they'll replay the lecture. If there was a show at night, they might replay the show. So I always say just make sure you check your invoice. Make sure that there's nothing on there that's not yours. And if something is on there, go ahead and talk to reception and they'll go ahead and get it figured out. Internet is included with your package, so you get two internets per cabin. So if there's two people in the room, you each can log in at the same time. I've never really had a problem with it. We wouldn't be able to probably do a call like this just because of the bandwidth. So emails, I usually don't have a problem with. Even I've streamed movies. It just really depends on where you're at in the cruise and where you're at in the water. So if you get on board and you think, I really need to upgrade, go to reception and they have packages where you can upgrade to get a higher internet service. Another thing in your cabin each night is the currents. If you haven't been on Oceania before, this is their daily newsletter that they put in your bed at turn down. It's what's happening the next day. It tells you what port you're going into, what time the ship gets there, what time you guys can get off the ship, what time you need to be back on the ship. It also gives emergency phone numbers. So if you guys are out exploring on your own and you need to contact the ship. So I always just take a picture of that. It's usually only about 4 pages long, so you could throw it in your backpack too if you wanted. It tells you if there's trivia, high teas. There's a lot of good information on it. So I would just definitely peek it. I usually bring it to breakfast with me and just scan over it the next day just to see what's going on. Oceania is country club casual, so no fancy nights, no need to dress up. I will say that some people do dress up. It's whatever you guys are comfortable with. Men, you do not have to wear blazers. Some men do. Women, you don't have to dress up, but again, some people do. They just request that you wear no shorts or no flip-flops in the specialty restaurants and the grand dining room. They do have a new policy about jeans. If they're smart denim, which is dark denim, you are allowed to wear jeans into the restaurants, but they can't be washed or, faded at all or any holes. They have to look, I would say dark denim is safe. So that's for the specialty restaurants and grand dining rooms. The rest of the ship is casual. Feel free to wear what you'd like. Terrace Cafe, Waves Cafe, those have no dress code. Same with going off the ship. There's no dress code for shore excursions. Each shore excursion you guys booked, and I don't think there's any for this sailing, but it would tell you like if you had to have something covered because of where you're going to. But that would be in the description of your tour. If you have any questions, just give us a call. But Definitely wear great walking shoes. There'll be a lot of walking depending on what you guys are all doing. So it's good to be comfortable. On board, there is self-service laundry facilities that's also included with your guys' package. So it'll have the soap, the softener sheets, it's free to use both the washer and the dryer. So for this ship, they're on decks 7 through 11 and you can use them whenever you want. The days at sea are typically the busier days. So you'll just have to, see if something's available and then just quick throw a load in before breakfast and maybe take it out after. They also have laundry service. So if you want somebody to do your laundry, just talk to your cabin steward. Right away at the beginning of the cruise, the turnaround is pretty fast. As you get into the cruise and they have more people. So if you need a dress in 2 days, just make sure that they can have it done for you in 2 days. But they do have that option aboard. For this ship, you guys have 4 restaurants for specialty. They all require reservations. If you haven't made reservations by now, they might still be open. Sometimes things close up at about 14 days before departure. So if you haven't made reservations, you can give our agents a call and see if they can help you. The restaurants are the Polo, the Toscana, the Red Ginger, and Jacques. Highly recommend all of them. They're very amazing dishes. If you noticed that you weren't able to get the time you want, or if you get on board and you all of a sudden, oh, I met the Smiths and I want to, have dining with them, each restaurant has a maitre d', and even in the Terrace Cafe in the morning, they have a maitre d'. So you could stop by and say, hey, am I able to make this change? Or, hey, I need to make a cancellation. Lots of people cancel and change throughout, especially this trip. It's a long trip. And, some people might be on a long shore excursion and they're like, I definitely cannot do a 3-hour dinner. And it depends. It doesn't have to be a 3-hour dinner, but a lot of them do take a little bit of time because it's good. You go through the whole experience of it all. So there is definitely room to move once you get on board. Same with shore excursions. In your cabin, you'll get the shore excursion tickets, and they'll be on the vanity in an envelope. So look through them, make sure that you have all the tickets that you've signed up for. And if there's anything you were waitlisted on, check to see if anything has cleared. And if it has cleared, you might have 2 tickets. So you'll have to go down to destination services and just let them know which one you want to cancel, so you're not charged for both of them. Another thing with shore excursion tickets, we like if you put MS in the corner of the ticket. This will mean if anybody else from Michigan State is on that tour, you guys will be on the same bus. And if nobody else from Michigan State happens to be on that tour, you'll be with other Go Next passengers. So shore excursions will be dispatched from the Riviera Lounge. And how that works is every morning, Megan and Cheryl will be at the front, and we'll have a desk, and Oceana will have a desk. And always go to Megan and Cheryl, and they'll give you your ticket for the bus. So take a seat in the lounge, and once they call the shore excursion that you guys are signed up for, then you go hand them your ticket. They will then give you a bus ticket, and the bus might be ready right then. You might have to wait a minute, and they'll call like ticket 7, everybody disembark. So then you guys will get off the ship together. If you don't have a tour for the day, they will also let you know when you guys can get off the ship. They designate times. Shore excursion passengers usually go first, and then the independent travelers will go next. Some people ask me, I'm going to go over your list of events. We sent these out December 1st. You don't have to memorize them or write them down. We'll hand them out when you get on board. It's just a list of what we have planned for you guys. And one thing, the first night is our Go Next reception. This is where all of the alumni will be there. You guys will have your own separate little area, but you'll meet the program managers. And if you haven't got your name badge, this is where you'll get it. They'll tell you what they're there to do for you. And just so you know, they're there to do everything for you. Anything that you need. And if they can't do it, they will get you to the person on board that can do it. They're your onboard concierge. Michigan State, Go Next, and Oceana, we've worked together for a very long time. So if for some reason you need anything, you're not happy, just let us know, because if we don't know, we can't fix it. So definitely let us know right away. Anything happens, and Megan and Cheryl will be right on it. So that's the first night. We have the reception for you guys. It's open bar, hot and cold canapes will be served. And some people like to know what other schools are going to be on the sailing with them. So I'm just going to give you some of the top schools that are have the bigger numbers like you guys. We have Texas A&M, University of Michigan, K-State, Kansas, University of Minnesota, Texas X's, Iowa State, University of Oklahoma, University of Illinois, and then there's some other ones also. Usually on the program manager desk, we have a little list of all the schools with their logos. And if you are inquiring, like if somebody's on board, if there's anybody else on board, Megan and Cheryl have a list of everybody and who they're associated with. For March 16th is the captain's reception. Once we have the time figured out, that'll be listed in the currents. This is throughout the entire ship that they will do serve drinks and hot and cold canapes. If you want to see the show, that's usually in the lounge where you meet the officers and then just some of the onboard staff. It's kind of fun to see. And then on March 18th, we're going to have reception for you guys. And then March 23rd is the night we have your group dinner. So this is a good night if you guys are bringing school colors. I love to see school colors on this night because we'll take your picture, we'll have the flag, we'll put you on the grand staircase, and then we'll send the picture to Regina. And then after that, the program manager will bring you to the grand dining room, and you guys will be in an area together to have dinner. Tipping. Some people ask about shore excursion tipping. It's really up to you if you want to tip, if you don't want to tip. United States, we're heavy tippers, so people always ask me. So I looked up the area of the world you guys are going to, and the suggested amounts are for a full day tour, if you're interested, $5 for the guide, $3 for the driver, and a half day tour, $3 for the guide and $2 for the driver. Again, it's based on if you had a good tour, if you liked the content and understood everything, and if you liked it. Disembarkation. So a few days before you guys get off the ship, you'll get a disembarkation letter. This will ask you to re-verify the flights that you're on, just in case there's any changes, because you'll disembark based on your flight times or based on what you're doing. If you're going on the post cruise, you guys will all disembark together. And if you're going early in the morning, then they will get you off first. So the night before you get off, they're going to ask that you put your luggage outside the door and keep what you need with you, your carry-on, and then you can just, when you get to your suitcase, put it in there. If you're like that doesn't work, I need my suitcase, just know you can keep your suitcase. You're just responsible for getting it down to the lounge and to disembarkation where you're going. So if you can, definitely have the porters bring it down for you. The next morning, you'll wake up, go to the lounge. They'll call your ticket, Blue 7. You guys will go downstairs, and it's kind of like a luggage claim area where there's going to be certain spots. Just look for your flag. It'll say Blue 7. And then you just go, you have to physically go and grab your luggage and pull it out. You don't have to carry it anywhere. We just need to know that that luggage is yours so we can get it on the transfer if you're on the post cruise, or if you're heading to the airport, we'll help you put it on the bus, the motor coach, or even if you're going to a taxi, we just need you guys to identify it to pull it out. So that was a lot of information. I definitely can go over anything. If anybody has any questions, I see Jess is still on. So if anybody has any flight questions, I'm going to look in the chat right now and see if anybody has anything. Otherwise, feel free to unmute yourself and let me know if you have questions.
So
Yeah, I
I,
see Maureen. Oh, Maureen,
pardon?
you're muted.
So I have gone through the pre-cruise check-in, and there were 4 items there, and the last item was the boarding pass and stuff like that. It let me do everything up to that point, but it wouldn't click on anything for the boarding pass. So is that something that comes in later or what?
Do you know, Jess? I don't know
Yeah,
that.
so do you have a travel companion?
Pardon?
Or do you have anybody traveling with you?
Yes.
So have they completed their information under their name or online
Well,
check-in?
okay. So yeah, we're traveling. We're not married or anything. We're traveling together, independent pay and all this other kind of stuff, but our names are linked on these things. So I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay. So then once you get to the boarding pass spot, you'll have to enter your email address and then it gets emailed to you. It'll email a PDF.
Okay, but it wouldn't let me do anything in that spot.
Nothing.
It stayed the light gray rather than darken up like the others, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look at that again.
Take a look and make sure your travel companion has completed their first 3 steps because both need to have completed in order to do the boarding pass.
Okay, okay. The second thing, did you say things had been mailed to us or emailed to us in terms of documents?
Emailed. So
Oh,
emailed,
okay,
they would have been sent out on February 23rd.
okay.
Okay,
Maureen, I saw your hand up.
yeah, thank you. Um, One is that I was planning on bringing a power bar to use, and I've read that it should not be a grounded one, but I don't think there is such a thing as an ungrounded power bar anymore. Are you familiar with this?
So we can add
Yes.
to your reservation and Oceana should be able to provide it. I think they changed that within the last 6 months or so.
Change that it doesn't matter if it's grounded?
Well, they prefer to provide it in your stateroom versus having
Oh,
people bring some and not being able to use them. So I
oh,
can add it to your reservation if you would like.
okay. Do I need to do that, or are you saying you are?
I'll make note of it. I'll get
Thanks,
it.
Jess.
Okay. And my second question is, we're signed up for the pre-tour and we're getting in early that morning on Saturday. Will rooms be ready for us with an early arrival? Early, say 7 or 8 o'clock?
Yes, you should have early check-in for this sailing, I believe.
Okay, that we can actually get in our room, not just a
You
general
should,
room.
yep, you should be able to. I think they hold
Great, thank you.
you early check-in.
Edie? Oh, you'll have to unmute.
It's more an Oceania question. I could call them, but with the pool on the ship, is there sun exposure or is it covered? I just want to know as far as, do you know?
It's sun exposed. Yep,
Unexposed.
yep.
Okay, thank
But
you.
there are areas where you can
Right.
with yeah.
Umbrellas and stuff or
Yes.
getaway. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
This is Bruce. I've got a comment on that. This is our third time on this ship. And so regarding the pool, there's a lot of covered area and a lot of open. So you get your choice
Okay.
in terms of
But
what
if you're in the water, it's probably open.
Yes, yes.
yeah.
Okay. Jess, I may have a visa question. Do you have a phone number I could call? I don't have the information here.
You can call the
Or-
1-800 number.
1-800, okay.
Yep, they can assist you for sure.
Any other questions?
Yes,
Yes.
so I have both my visas, but apparently we have this New Zealand declaration, but that is to be done like right before we get into New Zealand. So
Correct.
that,
Yep. So you can download the app before you go, fill out all the information, and then once you're on board is when you'll hit submit the 24 hours before getting into New Zealand. So you can
okay,
do all the hard work, all the information before, and then you can do it on board. If you wait till you're on board and you have questions, Oceana can help you, and you can ask the program managers as well. But since there's only 2 of them and there's a bunch of other Oceana staff, they'll be all able to help.
thank you.
There was a question regarding the NCAA tournament will be occurring during this cruise, and I would assume that people may want to watch. Do you know whether or not that can be arranged, or if yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
so
know if that's the
actually,
program manager's question.
Yeah, when they get on board, and Oceana has actually, and I don't, and maybe it's just because of all of the alumni we have on board, but they've actually started streaming some of the major games. So I would just check, and they don't have every channel. I mean, if it's not offered on the channels they can stream on, they can't do it. But you guys or whoever wanted to do it could purchase a streaming package and do it off their laptop with their whatever app that they have. But I would ask Megan or Cheryl right when you get on board, and then they will work with the ship to see if it's something they can do.
Great. Thank you.
Yep.
Remember the big time difference. You might have to watch it in the middle of the morning, night.
Yeah.
That's true. Yes. Okay. Any other questions? Well, I do want to mention that this is being recorded. And so once I finalize the video, I will send it out to you. So if there was something that Emily covered that you may have forgotten, you'll be able to view the video again. So, okay. And then if you have questions, you can reach out to me or you can call Go Next and they can assist you too.
Perfect.
All
Yeah,
right.
thank you, everybody. I think Jess and I are going to jump off. And then if you, yeah, like Regina said, if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call.
All right. Thanks,
Perfect.
Emily.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jess.
Bye.
All right.
Safe travels.
Okay. So now kind of what I'll do is just name off people. And if you want to say a few words regarding how your connection with Michigan State, what you're looking forward to, so forth and so on, if you're traveling with someone else. So, all right. I'm going to start with Maureen. Hi, Maureen. Oh, you're muted.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm Maureen, and down there below me is my sister Katie. We're looking forward to this trip, and I love cruising, so I'm ready.
All right. Great. Okay. Rick and Kathy.
Hi, I'm Rick Sawicki, class of 66. We've traveled many times already with Michigan State University alumni and many times on Oceana. In fact, ironically, we were in this identical cruise, the Australia, New Zealand, exactly 10 years ago at this time, because my computer comes up with pictures. Guess what? 10 years ago.
Great.
Memories.
Yeah. Connection.
One.
Hi, it's Kathy. My connection to Michigan State is through Rick. I graduated from University of Michigan. And we're also traveling on this trip with Karen Adams and Ken, who are our neighbors, and they are both University of Michigan grads, but they will be with us.
Good. Yeah, there'll be some other Wolverines on board too, so that'll be nice. Okay. Next, Todd and Diane.
Hello, everyone. This is our second or third cruise with Oceana, I think first with Michigan State. We're looking forward to this, and Diane's not here because she's at her computer fighting the other website trying to get our travel information in. So looking forward to it. And she just walked in.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Oh,
All right. Next I see it says Debbie's iPad.
they're just saying a few words now. Did you get in? Did you get?
That's me. I'm Debbie Foppel, and I'm traveling with my husband, Braun, and we graduated from Michigan State in 1988. This is our first Oceana cruise and our first cruise with Michigan State. So we're excited, and our first time to Australia. So lots of firsts. And we're really excited to be a part of this. So we're looking forward to it.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Okay, next I have it. It just says on the name is S5811.
That's me.
Okay.
Yeah, so my name is Terry Dugan, graduate of Michigan State in 1967. I did go to the other place for a couple advanced degrees, but I usually don't mention that too much around polite company. So this will be my third trip through Michigan State, did a Costa Rica and a Southeast Asia. I have never been on a cruise in my life. My traveling companion is Jean Wiedenbeck. I don't know if she's on here or not, but we have done a couple of these tours through Michigan State, and they've all worked out very well. Look forward to it.
Wonderful. Thank you. All right. I see Samsung SM yeah, there's not a person's name. So yes, that's you. Yes. Can you unmute?
They did say if there's problems, you can.
Oh, you need to unmute.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know what the numbers would be.
Oh.
It probably is on the email.
Okay, there should be somewhere on the screen. Oh, here, maybe if I do this, do you see anything that comes up that says to unmute?
Yes, there we go.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks.
Uh-huh.
Carol and David Lloyd and our friends Carla and Pete Clauda went to Michigan State University, and we're their travel companions. We graduated from Western, but I did go to MSU for a year and a half. So
Oh, okay, good.
yes.
Wonderful.
So and this is our third cruise with Oceana and Michigan State. We love it.
Wonderful.
Had always had a great time. I was going to tell the gentleman that's having trouble with his boarding pass too, that I had trouble until both people till my husband and I had our pictures and all the information filled out, and then it would let me print the boarding pass.
Yeah, I've found too there are times where you do one little thing that the site doesn't like and it won't allow you to.
Yes.
You can skip the photo though. So if you're having trouble uploading the photo, there is
Okay.
somewhere on there that says skip photo, and then they'll
It did say that.
Yeah. And so that will what they'll do is just take the photo once you arrive at the ship terminal. So
okay,
you're having trouble with that. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Karen.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Karen Adams. My husband is Ken Feld. We are grads from U of M, but we travel with the Zawickies. This is our second Michigan State trip, but our third Oceania trip. We did Japan a couple of years ago, and we were supposed to do Chile to Buenos Aires, but COVID hit. So we did that on our own, but it's always enjoyable. I'm looking forward to this trip because I have not been to Australia, New Zealand. So we'll see y'all there.
All right. Okay, and then Katie.
As Maureen said, I'm traveling with her, and I guess it was 6 years now, we did the Southern Africa, which was amazing. So I'm looking forward to another wonderful trip. I don't have any, I did not go to Michigan State.
Okay. All right, Jeff is next.
Hi, my name is Jeff Stewart, and Michigan State class of '82. This is my second Go Next Michigan State cruise. I did the Icelandic one last year. Really enjoyed it, so I'm really looking forward to this. Never been to Australia, New Zealand, so it's going to be great. Looking forward to it all.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jeff. Okay, Bruce and Lynn Edwards.
Hey, Regina. Yeah, this is our third trip with MSU alumni. We snuck in just before COVID hit with Peru and Ecuador and Galapagos back in 2019. And then we were in the Baltic year and a half ago. And then this will be our third. And this will be our third cruise on Oceania. We snuck one in between that we didn't use MSU for. And it's always been great. So the first time to Australia for us, though. So we're excited to get going.
Wonderful, wonderful, great. This is a big one if you're trying to get to all 7 continents. So this is a big, this is the one I haven't done. I've done all 6 or done 6 of them, and this is the one I have not done yet. So anyway, okay, next, Joanne. Oh, it looks like she's trying to connect to audio. All right, we'll move on. Okay, and next we have, it just shows a phone number with no photo. If you want to unmute. Okay, there's Joanne. Joanne, do you want to unmute? Okay. All right. Oh, it's not working. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm afraid we can't hear you. So, alrighty. hopefully everyone will get a good opportunity to meet one another. Attending that first Go Next reception is a great way for all of you to kind of get to know one another and then further on the trip. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I'm here to help in any way that I can. And I hope you're looking forward to it. I wish you best of travels, and go green.
All right.
Thank you for doing this, Regina.
You
Good,
are
thank you.
welcome. Yes, happy to help.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much.
Yeah, bye-bye. Thank
Bye-bye.
Have
you.
a great time.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Oh, I forgot time now. Well, yeah. Okay. All right.